Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Before I begin, don't forget to join my new Discord server called Luke 10's Hangar. I plan on joining weekly, so if anybody wants to fly together, we can make that happen. My Discord server is linked down in the description below. Today I'll be flying the Aichi B7A2 Ryusei. The B7A2, known by its allied reporting name Grace, was a Japanese carrier-based dive bomber developed during World War II. It became one of the primary dive bombers for the Imperial Japanese Navy in the later stages of the war. The B7A2's operational history is notable for its development, combat usage, and its impact it had on naval air warfare. The B7A2 was a refined version of the earlier B7A1. It was designed to replace the older Aichi D3A Val and the Nakajima B5N Kate. The D3A and the B5N had been crucial to the early successes of the Japanese Navy in the Pacific but were increasingly outdated by the mid-1940s. The goal was to create a more advanced dive bomber that was faster, had a greater range, and was better armed. It was equipped with the Nakajima Hamare 12 radial engine. The B7A2 had a top speed of about 360 miles per hour, that's 570 kilometers an hour, making it one of the fastest carrier-based bombers of its time. It was equipped with two 20mm Type 99 Model 2 cannons, and the back gunner was equipped with a 13mm Type 2 machine gun. The B7A2 was a late war development, entering service in May of 1944 and beginning to see combat. The B7A2 saw very limited combat and only 114 aircraft were produced. The B7A2 was primarily in the Battle of Okinawa and the Philippine Sea. While fighting in most of its battles, this aircraft was generally used in kamikaze attacks. The B7A2 was used mainly for long-range strike missions against Allied ships and airfields, but its impact was limited due to several factors. By the time the B7A2 was in service, Japan had already suffered heavy losses in carrier aircraft and trained pilots. The B7A2's potential was never fully realized because of Japan's deteriorating strategic position and the Allies' increasing air superiority. Although the B7A2's speed and bomb load made it an effective dive bomber on paper, it was generally outclassed by Allied interceptors and its attacks were often repelled with heavy losses. The B7A2 is often regarded as one of the most advanced carrier bombers that Japan produced during World War II. Overall, the B7A2's role in the war was largely limited to defensive and kamikaze operations, making it as a notable but underused piece of Japan's late war military efforts. That's all for the history lesson. I hope you enjoy the combat. Right now I'm just going to stay up at altitude with my ally bombers so we can boom and zoom some people. The B7A2 has some pretty good performance and some decent guns. This aircraft holds its energy alright, the climb rate's not terrible on it, and it also has two 20mm cannons. It also gets an air spawn which makes it a whole lot better. Overall, this is an extremely solid and fun aircraft to fly. But this aircraft is definitely no fighter, you still have to pick and choose who you fight. So what that means is that you pretty much just try to stay above the enemy fighters. Like I say in all my videos, boom and zooming is key, especially in this aircraft. Another great attribute about this aircraft is that it actually has bombs and a bomb sight, so you're able to bomb bases, go for ground targets, etc. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to bomb this base in front of me, but I got some traffic around me. Whenever you're trying to bomb bases, I would think that everybody would agree with me that you have to be very aware of your surroundings. And since I'm very aware of my surroundings, I see that this P-61 wants to try and kill me. As he gets closer, I'm going to go defensive here and I'm going to drop my bombs soon. I would use this aircraft more as an interceptor slash boom and zoomer than a bomber. As you see here, I'm going to push my nose down to become a lot more nimble, and I don't want to go head-on with him. I really hate taking head-ons, they're extremely 50-50, that's why I don't like them. Right now I'm just trying to get the P-61 to dive down to me. It's working, I know that I'll be able to turn circles around him. I go to my gunner view to see if I can get a couple shots off, definitely can't. Now I'm going to drop my bomb, then I see this other aircraft that's coming up to me. It's a P-38, I definitely do not like to see that. I really just want to try to climb above all these guys, and then that P-61's coming back in towards me. I see a Bearcat now below me, and that P-38's still around me. I'm going to go for this Bearcat because I know that he's in a turn and losing a lot of energy. I'm going to take advantage of that. Fire at him there. But unfortunately I only get a hit. Now I'm going to look behind me expecting that the P-38's behind me. The P-61's now above me and diving on me. I just need to dive away. All I need him to do is follow me and lose all of his altitude. I'm definitely not going to pull back up into three enemies. I really hate losing this much altitude. I call my teammates for help and I look to my right and all I see is a sea of red. All I can really do here is just try to outmaneuver everybody. Thankfully I see this lone P-40 in front of me. I definitely want to try to kill him even though there are four enemies behind me. I'm feeling pretty hopeless right now. I'm going to try to fire at the P-40 here, look behind me, and unfortunately nothing connects. I'm just trying to get as many kills as I can right now. Thankfully the P-40 does nothing and I take him out. And then of course I see a P-38 behind me firing a barrage of bullets with his other friends around me. All I have to do here is just try to outmaneuver him. This is my last ditch effort here. All I can really do here is just try to outmaneuver these bullets. And I would also like to not black out. There are a ton of enemies around me. All I have to do here is just try to pick them off. Making sure I don't die to this Helldiver. I'm looking at this I-185. He's in a turn losing energy. He's going to be a prime candidate for me to kill. I'm going to get my nose around on him. Fire at him there. and rip his wing off. Now immediately after I kill him, I'm going to look around me, always being aware of my surroundings, see this Helldiver going down with me, fire at him there, we both miss. Now this I-185 wants to try to kill me, I'm going to outmaneuver his bullets here. Now once again, I'm just going to look around me, always being aware of all my surroundings, and I see that Helldiver's wing just got ripped off. Now I'm going to go for this I-185. I'm going to fire at him here. Unfortunately, he takes my ally out, and I'm able to rip his wing off. And now, of course, I can never get a break, and that P-38's coming in head-on. Definitely do not want to go head-on with him. He's not even focused on me. I'm going to pull up to him, but unfortunately can't get my nose around on him. I'm going to look around me, always being aware of all my surroundings before I turn. I'm good to turn, so now I'm just going to try to get on this P-38's back. Right now, I don't see anybody else around me, so I'm just going to climb a little bit. I just want to have some altitude to work with if I have to dive. That P-38 has a ton of allies around him, and I know that he's dead. Now there's just one guy left, and it's just that lone P-47. I don't know how I survived that mess. I know that I'm definitely not going to be able to get to the P-47 in time, so I'm just going to kill some ground targets. And then just like that, we're able to win this extremely chaotic match. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my video. If anybody has any suggestions on what aircraft they want me to fly next, please leave them in the comment section down below, and I'd be happy to fly that aircraft.